And we've got KingPin. Hope you guys are excited for this one, as I am, because Netflix's Daredevil is by far one of my favorite series on all of streaming networks, because there's like 95 of them now. And this is a highly anticipated figure. We need more villains, and finally got this. Now, I do have the Blind Vigilante from SooSooToys as well. We'll break him out here. We'll do some poses with it. If you'd like to see a separate review of that figure, let me know in the comment section. If there's enough fanfare for it, then we'll make it happen. But right here, we've got the Bossman from SooSooToys, 1/6 scale figure. And I do not have the previous third-party KingPin that actually was like a half-scale KingPin. And I think it was Toys Era. I think that's who made that one. I didn't get that one. That was just bad. But we do have our SooSooToys Bossman right here in the packaging, or the clothing that it comes with out of the box. This is what it's going to look like. So there are some good things about this figure, as I loosen this up, and there are some concerns. So if you happen to be getting this figure, this might be something you want to take a look at. So obviously the head sculpt is on point. We'll take some close-ups of that. On mine, and I'll try to show this, it's very difficult to show because of the white reflective material they use. But there's some yellowing going on the lapels of the jacket. It's almost like, for lack of better words, it's like a freaking piss stain on the jacket, which is very, very unfortunate. So I will try and deal with that. I think there's some ways that the sneaker guys use to get rid of that yellowing stuff. I'm going to try that on this, and we'll see how that goes. But it may be a complete fail, might ruin the figure. We'll see. But I will tell you, there's definitely yellowing going on here. Outside of that, which is unforgivable, honestly. It just shouldn't happen. The presence of this guy is awesome. I mean, you can see it right there on the screen. It's flipping awesome. I very much like this thing. I like the bloodied hands. I like the extra switch out clothing, which we're definitely going to look at. The proportions are good. He's definitely wearing a fat suit. No shocker there. Range of motion in the torso, a little limited. And the elbows are single joint, but they go a little past 90, like not a whole lot past 90, double jointed on knees. And there's practically no movement on the neck. The head is a ball joint. You can move them around. Practically no movement on the neck. But there you go. So going on, I do have him with the cane. I do advise, because he has ankle extenders to make him a little taller, I do advise using the stand. I was not going to do that. And then he started to fall over, so I decided to use the stand. But this thing is flipping beautiful. For a size comparison, I went ahead and broke out the Blind Vigilante Daredevil, also from SooSooToys, which is a fantastic figure. And I'd say KingPin is a good inch higher than him, which makes total sense. Like, he should be a good bit larger. I am curious to see what kind of poses we get out of both these guys, because I believe Daredevil has single joint elbows. Yeah, he does, because of the wraps on there. I probably should just change the body out and give him double joint elbows, because it wouldn't be very difficult to do. But I do believe he has single joints. But yeah, these guys look pretty epic together, and I'm happy to have them. Thankfully, there are companies out there that give us figures that the mainstream manufacturers don't want to give us, so we can have cool displays like this. So we're actually going to go ahead and switch out the bloodied up version of KingPin, his outfit and everything, because honestly, that's how I'm going to display mine. So, and if they're going to be fighting, you might as well be bloodied up. Let's get to it. Here we go, guys. We got Daredevil being pretty much destroyed by KingPin. Goes pretty well for him. So I did have to break out a different stand, because the other stands, the SooSooToys stands, are not really designed, at least the one, like the waist grabber ones, are not designed for dynamic posing. So sometimes you got to dip into the vault of, stands you have laying around. And here we go. So I got Daredevil here. This is the Blind Vigilante. Looking all kinds of awesome, getting beat up by KingPin. Obviously, we know what happens in the end. We know who is victorious. So I want to talk about posing with KingPin for just a second, if I can, and we'll zoom in on a couple things. First thing I want to note is the ankles are, he's a big guy, and the ankles mine are a little bit loose. I'd say loose. Loose. They are not as sturdy as other lighter figures. I put it that way. They're not like floppy loose. It's just, he's a big figure. The material is fine. I have no issues with the material of the suit, other than the yellowing that I mentioned earlier on the jacket. And I'm definitely going to display mine bloodied up because he just looks awesome. But the head sculpt is on point. I think the bloody one, even the same head sculpt, the bloody one just is better to me. I guess the same sculpt, it's not different, same expression, same everything. But I just think it looks cooler. The Blind Vigilante is just a cool figure all around. And I kind of dig it. So if you can pick this up, obviously there's no other KingPins on the market. So SooSooToys has the market on KingPin at this point. So I would definitely pick this up. It's a big win in my book. Even though the yellowing on the jacket is just complete nightmare. I'll let you know if I'm able to resolve that situation without destroying the jacket. But I plan on displaying mine bloodied up anyways. So that's kind of my thoughts on this thing. But I'd like to hear your thoughts. Did you pick this guy up? Did you not? I guess we'll continue on with the fight and see what ultimately happens to Daredevil. After doing some research for some posing ideas, I realized that Daredevil is on Disney Plus now, not Netflix. But when it was on Netflix, that's why I recalled it from. But now it's on Disney Plus. You can watch it all the time. Look at this. This is freaking beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I was just looking for some ideas. Obviously, this is going to be reference to season 3 finale. That's the whole bloodied up. I mean, that's the whole suit. That's season 3. I would love to have some other suits for KingPin, and maybe like a prison version. That would be kind of fun. The orange jumpsuit thing, that would be kind of sweet. Anyways, Blind Vigilante here, throwing some punches. There's no movement in the neck area on this, but there is a ball joint on the head, so you can rotate the head on the KingPin. And obviously, I've changed it out and had all the blood and stuff and everything on there. One thing to note, I don't think I mentioned this earlier, but all the hands have blood on them. There are no clean hands, if you will, but they're all bloody for KingPin. Look at that. He's having a... That hurts. That hurts. That Blind Vigilante figure is so good, by the way, if you don't have that one. But yeah, I very much like this. Plenty of posability on this guy. The ankles have the ankle extenders on them, so they're not the strongest, especially with a heavy body on top and extra weight and whatnot. You can focus that big amazing. So it needs to stand. At least mine does. The yellowing on the other version, the jacket and everything, that's really frustrating and really annoying. I can live with it, I guess. I mean, I'm not happy about it, but I was 100% planning on display the bloodied up version anyways. So that's kind of where I ended up. Love to hear your thoughts on this. Did you pick this guy up? If you want to, he's out there. He's not a very expensive figure. SooSooToys knocks it out of the park once again. I can't wait to see what they do. Hopefully soon we'll see a Homelander from them. Like, what the hell, man? Where's Homelander? Seriously, SooSooToys, where you at? But let me know your thoughts on that. And if you'd like to see a video specifically on the Blind Vigilante, if you want to see that in the coming future, guys. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do that. We are trying to get to 100K. Like, that's the thing. So we're trying to get there. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so. I know that half of the people watching this are not subscribed. Hit the button. And as always, click what you like. See you next time.